What? Justin's doing Bo's voice.
Yeah, big stuff. Please don't put that in there. I'll kill you.
Okay, tonight we're gonna do a little bit more of like a casual Q&A. I feel like when we do Q&As, we always have like a big setup. Kids are sleeping.
Dressed up.
Emma is awake also, so
My
if you
hair
hear.
just doesn't look good.
I wanted to get this up for you guys today. So I have the questions, and Dustin has not had a look at these yet, and I only just grabbed them off my Instagram really quick.
It's the first time that I haven't like actually probably looked at like one or two of them. I haven't seen any of these, so this is all new.
I tried to pick new questions too. Okay, we're just gonna start. This one I had to grab because it made me laugh when I read it. It's family movie night. What are you guys watching?
Oh my gosh, guys.
Wait, if it's family, like everybody,
yeah.
It's easy to find something.
But if it's Rochelle and Justin watching a movie night, guys.
It takes us about an hour and a half to find a movie.
We can't find anything because we both like different things.
Yeah.
I'll be like, oh, let's watch a scary movie. She's like, no, except you did watch a scary movie.
I did one time.
And then like, we just don't like the same things. Like,
not at all.
But then again, you can't pick anything. I'll pick like 30 things and you'll be like,
nah.
And I'm just like, I'm done.
Usually, if we can't decide, we end up with Harry Potter, which we both love, or Justin ends up picking a scary movie anyways, and then we watch that.
I try and make it not as
yeah, exactly.
scary.
What are your love languages, Justin?
You go.
Me first?
Yeah, you go first.
I feel like mine used to be gifts.
No,
because
you can't change them.
Listen.
Nope, I'm just kidding.
I love giving people gifts. And I like receiving gifts, but I really love giving people gifts. But then when we got married and had kids, my love language changed, and now I would say it's acts of service. So like if Justin wakes up and gets the house ready or cleans it or does the dishes, all that kind of stuff, that's definitely my love language.
So you're saying I never fulfill your love
You
language?
never do.
Mine are physical touch and thank you. I needed that. Yes. Thank you. And words of affirmation. Those are mine. And then yeah.
You
those
can't
are my
have more
only
than
two.
You
what?
can't be like I have all five.
Who
You're supposed to have
says
one.
you can't have more than two?
You're supposed to have one.
That's his love language is
like for
plural,
each of us. For each
right?
of us.
No.
Okay. Does Emma know who Ruben and Asher are, or does she still get them mixed up?
No, she's been
doing it for almost a year now. Like when they were a couple months old. The best part though is she gets their middle names mixed up now.
Oh yeah.
So she calls Ruben and Asher.
David Patrick.
Ruben, David, Patrick, or Asher, Michael. James. She can't get that part right. And we only ever use their middle names like if we're like trying to be serious. Like Asher, David, Patrick.
Go do this.
And so that's when she uses
She'll
it.
come up and go, Asher, Ruben, or Asher,
Patrick,
Michael,
David,
James.
Like all the I don't blame her. That's a lot of names to remember.
Super funny. Justin's opinion on Rochelle getting any sort of cosmetic procedures. Well, you've said that you don't have any like desire to get anything.
But he
like
wouldn't.
that.
I mean, I'm not gonna speak for you, but I don't think you would care.
No, I like you just the way you are.
No, but if I did get one, would you be opposed to it?
No,
yeah,
wouldn't care.
I don't think you would care.
It's you and your body. You do what you do.
I have no desire.
You do you, boo.
No.
You know?
Okay. I have no desire to right now anyway, so nothing we've talked about. So I guess maybe like tattoos would be like a cosmetic thing.
Yeah, I guess.
Those
I guess
don't.
sure.
I mean,
guess
Justin
that
has
counts.
tattoos too, though.
I guess
So
that counts. What is something you've learned from this past year?
that's a hard one.
Oh man, I've learned a lot this last year. I feel like we all have this last year.
Wait, time out. Look at this.
I know, he's being super cute.
Look at this. He's still thinking. For me, I think like friendships to me this last year, I don't know if it's necessarily something I've learned, but like valued over the last year is having close friends who are like our village. I call them our village because we rely on each other for so much, and it's made like adulthood so much, like parenthood and adulthood, so much better to have like people around you, because we didn't have that really when we first got married. So it's kind of a new thing to us, but like learned that how valuable that is. That's for me. Kind of cheesy, but I love them.
Kind of a thief, because that's basically what I was gonna say.
Really?
I was gonna say, don't take your relationships with people for granted.
Especially because of
Your
COVID.
community.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I was saying from this past year. That's like the biggest thing I think I've learned. Don't take any of your relationships for granted. Don't take community for granted. Don't take knowing people, like really, really knowing people for granted. Like make sure that you have people that you know and that they know you well, and that you guys can love each other, support each other, and push into each other, and that you just have really significant relationships.
Makes mine sound bad. Yours sounds better.
Yeah, it's pretty good, huh?
When will you guys visit your mom in Texas? I think we have our trip going to Hawaii coming up at the beginning of next year, and we're gonna see how that goes. And if it's pretty like easy, then we could consider going out there. It's just, I mean, it's a lot easier for her to come to us, honestly, for everybody, because she can just fly by herself and leave whenever she wants to do. It's a lot more of a hassle for everyone for us to go out there.
But we liked it.
But I would like to go out there. We just have to kind of figure it out.
We liked it the last time we went.
There is kinetic sand everywhere.
Have you had anyone come out to draw the plans for the add-on to the house? No, I was supposed to actually talk to one of our friends who is involved in construction to see if he could kind of help me. Yeah. I just don't know what to do first, so no, we haven't.
You need to just do it.
I know.
This is Justin's responsibility, so thank you for this question because it's a good reminder for him.
Totally forgot.
Do it.
I have been thinking
and we need to do it
I know.
because if we're gonna have another kid in a year and a half, 2 years, then we need to do it. Did Rochelle change her mind about wanting 5 children on Earth? So not including Bryn, obviously, like having 5 kids. I wanted 5 kids here. I definitely think I did change my mind after having the boys because it's just a lot. I don't know if it's just because they're twins maybe, but it is hard to like keep an eye on everyone right now, especially just because they're in like that toddlerhood phase. And I just think that maybe 4 is like a better number for us. Just like, I'm gonna be really sad if it is our last baby because like that phase of life is gonna be over for us. But I think I changed my mind. I think I'm good with
I get
4.
that. It's bittersweet, but I agree.
It's very
4
bittersweet.
Is such a good number.
It's good, and I feel like it would, I don't know, I feel like it's better to have an even number even, just so like the twins will always have each other, and then maybe Emma and the new baby will have like a really special relationship too. Yeah. I don't know. I think I did change my mind after realizing like, I'm not saying this in a bad way either, but the boys are a lot more work than Emma ever was, which part of that is just because they're twins, but part of that too is they are just... They are into and onto everything, and Emma was never really like that. Yeah, she was super chill. So it's like, yeah. I think I've changed. I think I'm comfortable with 4 now. Which honestly, I was gonna have to figure it out anyways because that's what we had agreed on. So I needed to be okay with it anyways, and I think that I think I'm good now.
How do you split up parenting responsibilities / house chores? We haven't like specifically laid things out like you do this and I do this. If I were to say one thing, it would be that Rochelle and I are both very good at recognizing what we're both good at and what we're like, hey, I'll just take care of that. Like for me, like I get a lot of the like house laundry done most of the time, like because it just bothers me, like when stuff gets dirty, like towels get dirty and stuff. Like I'm always trying to make sure things are clean.
But not his laundry.
No, I do my own laundry. I just don't like putting away.
I was gonna say, wait, we have different understandings of doing laundry. Okay. Just leave it in the basket.
Yeah, but I don't do that with the house laundry. That's just my laundry. Because my stuff, like my shirts, I'm like, whatever, man. It's just, okay, whatever. That's a different story. Let's give you a different Q&A,
no, we're gonna go argue about this now.
All right, you ready? No, but I think like I said, we realize what we're good at and not good at. And like Rochelle's a lot better at certain things than I am.
That kind of leads into the next question, which was finances as a couple. How do you do it? That's one of like the things in our relationship that I feel like it's not like a chore, but it's like part of like running the house, and that's where I do all of our finances, honestly. Justin has just no desire to do it. It's not something that he's like...
it's not that I don't have a desire, it's that Rochelle is so good at it and she loves it, and I'm like, yeah, you go for it. Like you run with it, babe. Like if I had to do it, I'd do it, and I wouldn't gripe about it.
I don't think you have issues
because I love money. Like I love that stuff too.
I love money.
I mean, like I love managing our money well. So, but you take that to like a whole new level, and so I'm just like,
I have a binder, guys.
Take it, run with it, babe. You got it.
But I don't know if that question meant like, how do you do it? Like, I don't know. I don't know. Like
how do we do finances?
I did a whole video on it back at the very beginning of the year. If you guys want to watch that. But I keep everything in like a budget binder or I print it out or whatever. So I just keep it all organized in there. But I did like a whole video on it if you guys want to check that out and go see more about like the details of it. But I typically run it and he just kind of asks me questions. Do you get judgment for wanting 4 kids? We want a 4th and people think we're crazy. Maybe not to our faces.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say, no one's ever like been like, You want 4 kids? Are you kidding me?
Maybe not to
Are
our
you
faces.
kidding
Maybe
me?
behind our backs they've done that.
Maybe.
But I mean, most of our friends have between 2 and 4 kids, but also we've always talked about wanting 4 kids, so everyone that we know and hang out with has always known that, so nobody's like surprised by that.
Do you like your new car? Big enough for all 3 kiddos and Bobo? Yes. Actually,
I love it.
I love our new
The
SUV,
only, if
man.
I could change 2 things about the car, it would be better gas mileage, because the gas mileage is not great.
Yeah.
And I kind of wish we had gotten the Ford Max with more trunk
more
space.
trunk space.
Only because like all the 3 kids are in the second row right now, so it doesn't matter too much. But when we end up putting them in the back row, then there's not a lot of trunk space for like the stroller / wagon, all that stuff. So I kind of wish we'd gotten the Max, but I don't think there was any available. There was none available because when we got our car during COVID, there's barely any cars available in general because COVID had just hit. So we got lucky, and I'm not like upset about it.
What do you struggle with the most as a couple? I feel like we can relate.
We've talked about this before. I think our biggest like struggle is just opposing personalities.
Yes.
In the sense of like,
Precisely.
I'm like a internal processor, Justin's an external
A.
processor. Justin's very like lax about everything, and I'm like, and it's probably the anxiety as well, but I'm very like, not strict, I don't know what the right word is. Like my brain is organized in a certain way, so I think
Incredibly structured.
yeah, structured is probably a good
for
word.
it.
Yeah. That's probably just our biggest like struggle. So like
Is
time
because we
and
both
stuff like
sometimes
that.
we both sometimes forget that we cannot like put that on the other sometimes. So I'm like, baby, whatever, like it's not a big deal. Or sometimes Rochelle will be like, Justin, no, we have to do, and so we kind of butt heads sometimes because we try and put that on each other, and we have to remember like, hey, it's okay that you're not like that. It's okay that I'm not like that, and we can just find that good
We've gotten
balance.
better at it.
Yeah, oh, it
The
was
longer
really
you're
hard. It was
together.
a struggle at first. That's with anything when you're learning your spouse or significant other or whoever. It's really hard to kind of learn that, but I think we've definitely gotten really good at it over time.
The longer you're together, it definitely gets easier.
Yeah.
I think so.
Rochelle just needs to relax.
Oh
that's
my
all.
god. Don't ever tell someone with anxiety to relax, by the way.
Yes, don't do that.
Okay, I think that's gonna be it because Emma really wants to go watch a movie. We're all done. What movie do you want to watch?
Brave.
You want to watch Brave?
You want to watch
Are
Merida?
you like Princess Merida?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's go watch it. Can you
Everyone at Disneyland was, I'm sorry, everyone at Disneyland was like, she needs a Princess Merida costume. And she's like, no, I'm Cinderella. Like, she would not wear it. She wanted Cinderella, and now you like Merida?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's go watch it. Can you say bye to everyone?
Thank you guys.
Say thank you guys.
We'll talk to you again
guys.
soon. Bye. You want to do it?